was such an iconic year though, because it was the year of Tesco Mary. Big up Tesco Mary, icon.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Mary
Byrne, yeah. Wagner.
Yeah, Wagner.
Matt Cardle, One Direction.
Yeah, Matt Cardle fancied you.
Alex, if any of these listen to this podcast, they're going to be like,
won't.
What was you saying to your little sis?
But didn't Matt Cardle ask you out and you were like, I'm not really interested?
No, not at all.
Welcome to Share With Your Sister podcast. My name's Alex.
And I'm Michaela.
I actually think that I said this to Michaela. I don't even know if I mentioned it on the last one.
You did.
Did I?
We're in the same clothes.
Yeah. Did I?
Yeah. Mentioned it.
Boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've said that.
Enough.
It's hard to get this woman in the same room. Time is of the essence. If no children neither.
Yeah.
We're going to keep rolling, baby.
Yeah, it's been a very, very busy week. We had a big event on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I just feel like my feet haven't... I don't even get the right this saying because I always get the sayings wrong, but my feet haven't touched the floor.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then
that
I
is
feel
the
like,
saying.
How did we get onto Wednesday? I feel like I've just, just feel so busy.
I bet you probably just felt like muscle memory, just like you've been like getting the kids ready for school and like doing all the things that you don't have to think about, the basic stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's like today you've gone like up for air kind of thing, I guess.
Yesterday a little bit, but today more so. I think I'll feel even better tomorrow.
Did you feel rough on Sunday?
Well, I'd had 4 amarettos and 2 Prosecco's. But
you're not very good though with anything.
I just don't drink really. Like, I'm a bit boring.
Were you bevied?
No, not at all. I hate that feeling of out of controlness.
I know you do.
So
Can't relate.
I don't know. I can't even explain it. I'm so vanilla. It's ridiculous. But I just don't like to feel out of control. I like to think to myself. I also hate the feeling of feeling sick or being sick. And just, I don't know, I hate all of that. So I just think to myself, stick to what you know. So I stuck to amaretto. But then Sunday I felt exhausted. And then I thought, okay, well, that's probably just because of the event. But then also then I thought to myself, but you probably are a bit hungover because you don't ever drink.
No.
So then if you have one drink, you're going to feel it, aren't you?
Yeah, of course.
So I think I might just give it up. Like, not go teetotal, but I might just go, I don't need it. It
You
bores
rarely
me.
drink anyway, so you're kind of semi there.
And I was chatting to my mate Jenny actually, and she, to be fair, like not like going deep here or anything, but she, her dad passed away from alcoholism actually, and obviously our dad also was an alcoholic.
Is still alive though?
Yeah. Our dad is still alive. He's a recovering alcoholic. So we have obviously similarities, but we were just voice noting the start of the week, and we were just chatting, and she said, "Oh, I don't know whether you know, but like I haven't drank for ages." She said, I used to really enjoy it, like on a Friday night having a glass of wine, but then I just didn't ever feel great of a weekend or something along those lines. Don't quote me, Jen, because if she's listening, like I don't want her to say like I never said that. It was something along those lines. And she said, yeah, I think I've got about 3 or 4 months without a drink or whatever.
Nice.
That was it. It was a brother's 40th at the weekend. She said she never drank. She drove instead.
Nice.
And I was like, to be honest with you, Jen, like I definitely get it because like I'm not, like I didn't feel brilliant on Sunday. I do think it was a lack of sleep. All of like the sort of anticipation and adrenaline leaving my body of the week before, and obviously the event, and then also the fact that I've also added a couple of drinks to the mix probably didn't feel great. And then I thought to myself, why am I wasting my weekends like this? Do you know what I mean? Like why would I want to feel like this? You know what I mean? Like, so I just think I might stop drinking altogether really, because it doesn't really bother me. You know what I mean? I'm not, as I said, I'm not one to. I don't even like the taste of it.
Yeah.
I actually prefer a Coke Zero.
I feel like you're the type of person as well. It doesn't change you at all as a person.
No.
Like you are literally exactly the same. You're maybe a little bit more giddy when you've had a drink, but only slightly.
Yeah.
There's
Maybe
not
a little bit less tight.
Yeah, uptight. Yeah.
I don't care. I'll take my uptightness any day.
Yeah,
I'm feeling like that.
Yeah.
But
which is just slipping a little bit into you. And you're like, oh,
he was like,
drink this.
He said, maybe like, don't make the full-on call.
No.
And I was like, I wasn't making a full-on call. I was just saying that I've said this twice now, where I've gone,
yeah, you've said it to me.
Brilliant the next day. And like, oh, that was it in December. on a Thursday night. We had our Christmas party, and I had 2 French martinis and 2 Prosecco's, and I felt brilliant on the Friday, but not hungover. Just didn't fit. I don't know whether anyone else feels it, but like just never didn't feel great inside. I mean, I'm talking to the wrong person because obviously you're probably thinking,
can't relate.
No, can't relate really, because
No.
it was either like I was.
I never really had. Yeah, never really had two something.
It was like full on flat out.
Yeah.
Or I'm awake. But yeah, I just thought, oh no. So, and it was also quite refreshing to hear that a friend also felt quite similar, which is a bit mad because neither of us had discussed the fact that we both felt similar.
I think being sober, or like even some people just do the 0% stuff just for that reason, really. Like people are like, and also if they go out, they might be like, oh, do you have, like, I don't drink 0% stuff because psychologically, and it being in a wine glass and it tasting like the thing, it's just not the good thing for me. So I just don't really fuck with that. But I do know people who do that, and like it really helps them to still feel a part of, but they get to like engage with a drink that they liked drinking when they used to drink. And yes, and there's really great options now. It's getting better all the time. Loads of people want to engage with it.
But I wouldn't be doing any of that either, just because I just think to myself, like you said, wine is wine, beer is beer. We don't need to be like pretending that it's anything. I'll just have a Coke Zero, thanks.
Yeah, fair. It sounds good as well that, like, you know, like the fact it was a 40th birthday, like so many people, when like that I know that get sober or whatever, they will be like, oh, I can't get sober because I'm, you know, it's my birthday next week, or like I can't get sober because Christmas is coming up, you know, even though it's January, but
it's coming.
Yeah,
just gonna give myself another 12 months.
Yeah, exactly. Like Christmas is coming. It's always coming. And so people always have an excuse. There's always an excuse to not stop drinking. But actually, I think when you do stop, like sometimes I can get into that smugness thing of like a bit like superiority of being like, oh, you have to have a drink at like your mate's party or whatever, like at Christmas or whatever. But actually, I was that person. Like, it's so weird to have that distance and be like, you know, like, and I'm like, you know, humble yourself a little bit and remember who you are. Yeah. I do also think on that, it's quite funny when people speak to me about not drinking, and it's not alcoholism, it's just giving it a miss or having a little break. People love telling me about it. Like, they're like, decided to knock it on the head or whatever. And I'm like, great. And like, my response is always positive, because I do think that it only gives people a bit of clarity, and people do seem to be happier without it and all that sort of stuff. So I'm like, great. But I'm not like a cheerleader for no alcohol. Like, I don't really care.
It was never like your choice as such to have an addiction on it. It would be a case of, if you could take or leave it, I think you'd prefer that than having to go, I've got to make this full-on choice within my head, and the lows that you've had and stuff over the years with it. And
you know, I'm like, if people need help, there is help available kind of stuff. But also, it just, and maybe it's a talking point. Maybe people just think, they see me and they go, oh, hey, I've not had a drink for a month. And you're like,
okay.
But I think they expect me to go, like, you know, that is huge.
Yeah.
But it was huge for me.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, it's not really huge for the normal person.
But I guess maybe those people are saying it because they're like secretly like letting you know that they think they might have a problem. Like, I'm not, by the way,
possibly. That's me saying that those 4 amarettos were 4 too many.
Sorry, no, I'm not letting you know that, because you know what I'm like. But I just meant like others. Maybe other people might be like, Alex, I'm not drinking for a month.
They'd be like, this is actually a really toxic sister relationship, because she gave her an open goal there and she just went, right, well, should we talk about something else?
No, as I said, for me, no, alcohol's never ever going to be. Is it a vice? Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never going to be that for me, because I don't even like the taste of it.
You've got other vices, though.
Yeah, chocolate.
Michaela pretended to smoke. when you worked on the X Factor?
Yeah, it is actually. So when I worked on the X Factor back in the day, it was with the One Direction gang actually. So it was some
Hi,
time.
boys.
Oh,
I know.
such a weird, like, I don't know, a weird time of life that was really when I think about it. So I was 21. Yeah, I think I was 21.
Why are you looking at me?
I was just thinking, like,
Well,
maybe you could go,
actually,
oh, was I 21?
Well, I was doing my driving, because Harry Styles rang me the day before my driving test. So I was 17.
17? Then that would make me 22. Anyway, oh, I can't even remember
So
now.
it was my driving theory test. Can you do that when you're 16?
Oh, I can't even remember,
Who
to be
cares?
honest. I was around about that age, and I was a runner on X Factor.
Explain what that job is.
Because I'm so athletic.
Paula Radcliffe over
I
there.
know, no, Mo Farah. No, a runner basically in like sort of television, in the television industry is you're just a dog's body. Like literally that is what it is. And it's fine. Like it's a really fun
when
job
most
at that
people
age.
start in TV,
Yeah. And yeah, at that age, like you don't, I'm not being funny, I don't want to be a runner at 40, do you know what I mean? But yeah, at 20, 21, it was great. Yeah, but I got a little role on the X Factor. And it was just like a really funny time of life. So I remember auditioning for it because you had to audition and show your like sort of worth, if you like. Whilst also the contestants were doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's clear to say, like, she wasn't auditioning singing.
No, I was definitely not doing that.
It was like auditioning for them to be the best at the job role.
Yeah.
And as they whittled down,
Yeah. You got it. You did
people
like
who had the jobs, they whittled down
yeah.
the contestants on the show.
I think
Yeah.
it's probably one of them. Really, it can be talked about quite openly now because it's not on anymore. But
This is Michaela's tell-all.
you've got me. Basically, yeah, it was you. They did like massive big stadiums, and you didn't even see like Simon Coward or anyone at that stage. They were just like these massive big sort of like football stadiums. I think mine was at Manchester United, if I remember rightly, but don't quote me, like it was a long time ago. And so we were there, and then, as I said, you had to kind of like, you know, make sure that everyone was doing what they should have been doing. A bit mad, really, because I'd never done it before, but I did media and television at uni. I just got this job because you had to get, in part of the module, you had to get a position in a production, and I'd, at the time, remember that Billy Piper? Was it Billy Piper? I think her name was Billy Piper. She did that like Diary of a Call Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Asked to be on that, didn't I? On the production team of that, but didn't get it. So I did get the X Factor one. But yes, we were doing the big stadiums, and then what happened was, like, say there was like, I don't know, say 300 of us working at that time. Then they'd move to like, rather than stadiums, it would be like more like theatre kind of places, if I remember rightly. So then you'd do that. So they'd go from 300
Don't know, I
to
didn't get that far.
Oh, so we'd go to 150 people, and then it would go to, I think it was boot camp after that. Yeah, so the theatres were like in front
You know,
of
the way
the
you
judges.
said, I bet it's fine to talk about it now because it's over.
Yeah.
Did you sign an NDA?
No, never did that either.
So
Then,
you
but
could have spoke about it then.
yeah, of course, but
Also,
no one ever asked me about it.
Also, to be fair, I was thinking about this like whittle down of like location and amount of people is real interesting. Like we're like spill the tea.
Yeah. So then it goes to boot. So we're doing it in front of like Simon Cowell and all that. And I remember like my job was to take the people off the stage to this place called the Hub. The
Pod,
Hub,
wasn't it?
Oh, the Pod. It was called the Pod. Yeah, it was called the Pod. And keep them in the same mind frame that they were, like the mindset that they were in for the show. And so like if they had like a negative sort of, you know, response from the judges, I had to keep them like in that negative mindset. And I think to myself, no, that's really horrible, isn't it?
Awful, yeah.
I didn't go like, oh, don't worry about that. I was like, what happened then?
Yeah.
And you think so, but that wasn't my, like, I was told to
it's
do
just your
that.
job.
At 21, you just listen because you just want to get to the next stage. So the next stage then is boot camp. That's at Wembley. And that was where, again, obviously you start to see the boy band and the girl bands forming and all that. So it was the year that Matt Cardle won and One Direction were in it, and it was like Rebecca Ferguson and stuff like that and Cher Lloyd. And honestly, we had such a great time.
I remember you ringing me and saying like, there's a girl on the show called Cher Lloyd and she's going to be massive.
And you know what? I think she probably could have if, I think she just had a lot going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we we went to boot camp and say there was 50 of us at this stage, so they would obviously whittle down. And I honestly remember being absolutely exhausted. We were like up at 6 o'clock in the morning and we were working till like 1 o'clock at night. And I swear that's probably like a bit of child labour now when you think about it.
Oh, horrendous, yeah.
And you never
It's not
ever
child
said...
labour, it's just not like human rights.
Yeah, slave labour.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Yeah, you'd work such long hours. And I remember like being in the toilet, like crying because I was so tired and like I was trying to be the best. And then after that, it obviously went to judges' houses where they didn't take any of us. Then they brought it back to the live shows. And I remember thinking, well, I'm going to have to be dead confident here because otherwise I'm not getting picked for this.
When did you find out you weren't going judges' houses, by the way?
I can't remember, to be fair. I think they just like emailed you the day before and was like, gonna need you. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how, like, you know, you'd be buzzing if that email came through for you. Like,
well, I feel like, you know, remember when it, like, everyone when they used to do that thing, they'd open it, it'd be like, we're going to Los Angeles way, and then like it'd be like, we're going to like Dublin, and it's like, we love Dublin, but it's like, it's not, you know, Marbella or LA or whatever. And it was like, oh, we've clearly got Louis kind of thing.
Yeah, that is so true. But yeah, they just like basically week by week, even with the live shows, you'd get like an email the day before to be like, oh, by the way, like, you know, we'd like you down in London. Bear in mind, I'm based here in Liverpool. And
so scary.
But yeah, we were all in a room, and it was like, obviously they were discussing. Then we went down to 12 of us, so I got through to the final 12, everyone, in the behind the scenes. And it was like, you know, has anyone done a boom? And I was just like,
Yeah,
I have. And right, you're with Simon. And I remember thinking, oh, I don't even know what a boom is. I don't even know what to do. Oh my goodness. Like, why have I said yeah? But I thought I had to be that confident that actually, so that I would get that role.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ended up being with Simon. So we'd basically take him from his sort of, what's that place called again? Like changing room?
Yeah.
Changing room? I don't think it's called a changing room, is it?
Dressing room?
Dressing room.
Pussy.
His dressing room to the show. To the live show, and you know what, like, honestly, we had such a good time.
Was he a fast walker?
Yeah, and we had to go backwards.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah, we had to go backwards, and I had to have the boom they always said to you, just enough in front of them so you can hear them, because you don't want to miss obviously what they're saying, but out of shot, and you'd just be like,
no,
going backwards and someone would be holding you.
So scary.
Honestly, like, I was terrified most weeks, I reckon.
I bet, yeah.
And like, I couldn't eat before the show. Well, actually, I just ate everything the wrong way around. I'd eat my dessert first. I don't know whether I just needed that sugar. I don't know what it was, but I had the dessert first, and then I'd potentially look at the meals. But yeah,
just the shock.
Just the sugar, like, to
sugar
keep me
high
going.
that you were like.
But yeah, we did have. It was, as I said, it was a really good time. I don't even know where I was.
Harry Styles defo fancied you.
No, he was 16, Alex. He was 16 and I was 21.
Yeah, 100%?
No. There was
100%.
nothing like that. As I said, nothing like that went on. It was just
I reckon
these little boys, basically. It sounds really bad. They were only 16. I think maybe one was possibly
obviously,
18.
I don't mean it was reciprocated.
No,
I know you
yeah.
didn't fancy me, not paedophile, but he defo would have fancied you for sure.
No, Alex, there was, I mean, did you see the dancers? Do you know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of pick, you know what I mean? Like, it was a big...
Yeah, I get you, actually, yeah.
Plus also, I had Richard, so we're all good. And he was 16.
I know it wasn't a fight to the death for your love and attention. Crazy.
No, but it was a really good... You know, when you think back to your life, you could write a little book about that part of my life.
Defo. You know, I remember you saying the pod thing that you said about... Do you remember Abby Lisa, who punched... One punched the other, and you said that they
Abby
hadn't
and
signed...
Lisa?
No... But their name was Abby Lisa. That was their name.
I remember them, yeah.
But I think you said they hadn't signed the release form, and so you had to like run off and get them to sign it. And
yeah, because there was actually
one punched the other one.
Yeah,
and
you wouldn't
and
have been able to put it on the TV.
And they were like, we need them to sign a release form.
Yeah, I do remember that. And I also remember Chloe Mafia, who goes by another name now. I'm not too sure what her name is, but was she good? I can't even remember now. But I remember like. I think she was fuming with the judge's comments or something along them lines, and I had to like speak to her and stuff. And then she was a bit of, as I said, if you're listening to this now, hun, sorry, but you were a bit of a liability back then. They asked me to like follow you to make sure that you didn't leave. And into the toilet even, and she was like, are you going to follow me in here? And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to listen to you. Poor girl, probably like just wanted a bit of time. I remember she had this like little sort of like stereo player with like a CD in or whatever, and it was a Wishing on a Star.
Times.
You know that one? Wish, and I remember, and she was like, do you think I should go higher or lower with that? But you know, you're like, whatever, like just you do whatever you think.
I'm not
yeah. And then I lost her because I lost her just because she was quick. Do you know what I mean? She was quick. And there was a lot of people there.
It was such an iconic year though, because it was the year of Tesco Mary, big up Tesco Mary, icon.
Oh, it was, yeah. Mary Byrne, yeah. Wagner.
Yeah, Wagner.
Matt Cardle, One Direction.
Yeah, Matt Cardle fancied you.
Alex, if any of these listen to this podcast, they're going to be like,
won't.
What? What was you saying to your little sis?
But didn't Matt Cardle ask you out and you were like,
no,
I'm not really interested?
No, not at all. I was going out with Richard,
You
and
weren't
also
on the first year.
Yes, I was.
No, you weren't.
And no, just yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Like, actually, that was April that we started it. Me and Richard didn't start going out till the November time. But no, like Carl didn't ask me out. Neither did that little one, Harry Styles. But do you know what? We had a good year. We had a really good year.
It was such a good year.
Yeah, it was just a bit of a.
It's amazing. I got to go and meet them all as well.
You did
twice.
Yeah, and then at the end we had like obviously a rap party. Unfortunately, the One Direction boys, because they were 16, couldn't come. And that's live, but so true. They couldn't come. But yeah, we had the rap party, which was great. And then the day after, we had to go and clear up the house that they all lived in.
Yeah, I remember.
Sorry to swear, but what a shithole that was.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, it's a bit of a free-for-all, so like if you see something that you like, just take it, because they've left the house and they've not taken what they want.
Yeah.
That's obviously what we got told. Imagine they hadn't been told that, and they were just like, you're going now and you're never coming back to that house. And they're like, oh, my prized possessions are in there and we've just got them. I remember like taking, because obviously this was like sort of December-ish time now, wasn't it? And I remember bringing back like clothes from One Direction for Richard. And he was just like, all right, like I'll have these like young boy look.
Oh no, some of the stuff you brought back
the
was
dress
like
still actually from it.
Yeah, Rebecca Ferguson's dress. I do think that like some of it was like
still.
Yeah, probably like some of the stuff you brought back, and me and like our cousin were like buzzing, like oh my god, like whatever. But it was like shite. Like I think one of it you were like, I think this could have been Zayn's like hotel room key or whatever, but it was like just a random key, and so it didn't say Zayn on it. Like how you thought it was Zayn's, I don't know.
People were taking pillows.
I know.
People were taking pillows,
but we were like, we're having that. Do you know what I mean? Like some of the weirdest shit that you were like, we're having that because it's whatever.
I remember there was like a book, and it was like to Matt Cardle signed from Danny Minogue, and I took that. Have I got it? No, don't know where that is though.
Oh shame.
There was like Pandora bracelets or something that they had.
Get in touch, Matt, and we'll try and find that for you.
We won't. It's gone. It's like complete. It's in the bin. Probably. They had like Pandora bracelets. I think Pandora possibly had just come out then, maybe. Nice. And I remember like the security guard and one of the. No, this, I think it was to me actually. I think I remember like going, oh, like I'll have that kind of thing because no one had took it. And he was like, oh, Harry said that he wanted me to take that. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, because obviously I was, like vanilla at 21 and just like gave it him. And then I thought, he definitely never said. It was a Lynx bracelet. Do you remember them Lynx bracelets back in the day?
Yeah,
they
Lynx.
were them. Yeah, the Lynx bracelets. I wasn't Pandora, it was Lynx. And he went, oh, Harry's told me I should take that. And I went, oh, yeah, sure.
Who was that person?
It was like the security guard of the house. So I just gave it him and I thought, what did I just do that for? But anyway, sometimes you live and learn, don't you?
Yeah, I do think it was...
It was so naive.
It was a very special time for everyone, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Mad.
But yeah, I mean, I remember doing a little podcast. Not a podcast. What's the word? A conversation with your friend.
With Rory.
Rory. And he was like, must have been part of his uni dissertation or something. Or he was doing something.
No,
anyway.
he made a podcast about X Factor.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. So he made a podcast.
Sure, uni, yeah. Was literally probably like... I'd say that this was only about 3 years ago,
it wasn't.
Maybe.
It was
proper Michaela, 100%.
7, before I had a baby.
No,
I bet it was.
No, because I was definitely
in uni
sober.
Well, I said 7 years. Could be 7 years ago. No. But anyway, he asked me about it.
Post-COVID.
Possibly. And it was about like, whether it was like human bear baiting, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking,
Don't know what bear baiting is. But...
oh, like as in you're like putting someone up for potential criticism.
100% it was. Yeah, it was playing with people's lives and not good.
And I do think to myself, it's a lot better, probably, the industry now. And, you know, obviously Simon Cowell's done that new programme, hasn't he? Finding the Band or something. What's it called?
Tilly loves that as well.
Yeah, she does. What's it called again? Finding the Band? No, it can't be that. Anyway, whatever it's called. Could be. Finding a boy band.
Boy band academy?
Anyway,
No,
it's on Netflix. But yeah.
You know what,
the
though?
situation looks a lot better.
Full circle.
You've been asked to go next one anyway.
That still hurts. No. We went to see Taylor Swift in Wembley with Tilly, and we stayed in the same shitty hotel that Michaela used to get up in when she worked boot camp, because it was filmed in Wembley in Fountain Studios.
And I think it was called like the Quality Street Hotel then.
Yeah, and now it's called like that. The Continental or something.
Yeah,
it was the only hotel we could get left, because we ended up getting like resale tickets for Taylor Swift.
We did,
worth it. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
But like, it was dingy. Yeah.
I mean, you didn't probably want to take your clothes off.
No. Yeah.
And get in bed.
After that gig,
bacteria would have been so bad.
But we were so tired after the gig that we were like, oh, this is fine. But like, it wasn't, you know, even Tilly was like, this is not what I'm usually used to. Why are we staying in a dive? But I just said, like, it's not even like it's a super expensive place to live. Like, there's literally a Hilton next door. However, they don't have to update it because it's one of the places in Wembley. So anytime Wembley, they just, it's fine.
Yeah, and the Premier Inn was full. Wasn't it?
Every other hotel was gone.
We paid about 450 quid or something for that, didn't we?
Yeah. To be
fair,
it
was mega like for one night, and it was just for ridiculous. Night. But at the same time, we were going to see
that's what I mean.
Swift.
But I wouldn't even say that's not unheard of for if you're staying in Wembley. But to be fair, the only reason why we stayed in Wembley and didn't go further afield was just because Tilly was, seven at the time.
Yeah. And
so we were a bit
tired,
like,
wasn't she,
oh my God, it's like 3.5 hour concert, finishes at like 11:30 or whatever. So we were like, we kind of need to stay in Wembley because
we're not getting a taxi.
Get her on a tube or a taxi.
We're not getting a tube, so it made sense, didn't it? But it was an absolute shit.
I think a lot of the others would have charged that. Surely they can, they're not bothered.
Oh yeah, and more, but they were just full.
They were full, yeah.
Otherwise, we would have probably, not being funny, I'd have paid 600 quid for the Hilton. Do you know what I mean? Then I would have just walked into it and I wouldn't have been probably crawling with bacteria.
Yeah, it was a bit minty. Like,
it was so minty.
Yeah.
I hate minty hotels.
Yeah.
Just one thing that I've got to think about minty hotels.
Yeah.
Like, no one needs to be scruffy nowadays.
In minty hotels?
Well, no one needs to have scruffy hotels.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, like,
I think if you're paying for the privilege to stay somewhere that's not your own home, it needs to be a certain level.
It does.
Do you know what I mean?
I
know that some people live in fucking dives, and I understand that. You know, Quasi lives. It's hard out there.
I thought you said Quasi.
No,
I was like, Quasi move. I was like, you have to.
Quasi lives in squalor. No,
the bell tower. He didn't even have a bed.
No, I know. R.I.P. No, I don't think. No, not real. Even still, some people who live in squalor would still be like, you know, if you're paying to stay somewhere that's not your own home, it needs to be a level. Surely. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. But no, I've just booked we're going to London for February half term, which will be nice.
Oh, fun.
And I've just booked the Melia White House.
Means nothing to me.
Melia White. Well, Melia is a lovely brand of hotel, I think.
I've heard of Melia, actually.
And obviously, like, I was looking at like maybe £600 for 2 nights for a family of 4. Anyway, found this for 300 quid. So we booked that for February half term. Booked Wicked already.
Excellent.
I just thought the kids are so into it at the moment because we were debating Hercules or Wicked, because obviously Hercules has taken over Frozen in the Drury Lane, is it? Drury Lane. So we were just debating which one to go for. Anyway,
Hercules is apparently like...
And it's going to be on for ages, isn't it?
Oh, right. Oh, I heard it's okay. I don't think it'll be on forever.
You know,
Drury Lane also has a curse. Like, nothing stays open there. Apparently, it's one of the most expensive theatres to run. Don't know why.
Well, Wicked did a long stint on that.
No, they didn't. Not in Drury Lane.
Oh, right. What did they do?
They've been at the Apollo Victoria for, like, forever.
They have, actually, yeah.
Since we went when I was, like, 12.
Oh, I'm thinking of Frozen. Sorry.
Frozen did well there, but even still, Frozen didn't stay open. But also, Frozen as a show is apparently really expensive to run. Even though it probably made them a lot of money, it cost them a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I think at a certain point they were like, we're just gonna, because otherwise you would let Frozen run forever.
Especially with Frozen Land coming to Disneyland Paris.
Yeah,
and all that.
like
That's so
people
true,
would
isn't
take the
it?
kids to it. So like, I think it was a cost,
Yeah.
but there is like, people say like there's a curse on Drury Lane
Didn't know
because
that.
no shows stay open. Whereas
What
like
was
when you think
before
like
Frozen? Do you remember?
loads of the other shows stay on forever, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I love a theatre show. Like, it's my favourite. One of my
Matilda.
favourite things. Matilda was on there?
no.
Oh, sorry.
I'm saying like Wicked,
Sorry.
Matilda,
Yeah.
Hamilton, you know,
Is
shows
Billy Elliot still
that
going?
are on forever.
Yeah.
No.
No. Les Mis?
Yeah.
Where's Les Mis? Where's Les Mis?
Queen's Theatre.
Brilliant. Yeah, I love theatre. I love the musical theatre. So we're going there.
Are you going to take them to see Legally Blonde?
They haven't really got into that.
To be fair, it's
Still
not
a
the
bit-
right age group, is it?
Yeah, I'd
It's a
probably
good
say a couple
musical,
more
though.
years ago.
And Amber from Strictly's in it.
Yeah, and
that
the
was the
girls
only
love.
really reason why I thought maybe they'd want to go.
Yeah.
If you go, will you let me know?
Yeah.
Because I'll come.
Yeah, it won't be this year, though.
Well, it's on tour this year, so
Oh, I see. So not in London?
no.
Oh. I'll see. I mean, is it appropriate for a 5-year-old? I mean, we're watching Traitors at the moment. Is that appropriate for a 5-year-old? I don't know. But she is obsessed with it.
I think she would. I think like
What
I
happens
think
in
it's
the...
good.
Is there any sexual references or anything like that?
a little bit, but stuff that go over her head.
Maybe it's something to think about. I'll watch it and then let them know if they can watch it.
Yeah,
Or you watch
I would say
it.
the movies probably like musicals are always a bit lighter, aren't they?
That is
Because would you
true.
say in Wicked it's pretty clear that Fiyero and Elphaba are gonna bang in As Long As You're Mine, but Annie's not going.
That's
Excuse
so
me,
true,
mummy, that's
actually,
really
yeah.
inappropriate. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
It's not overt.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's
yeah,
not like
yeah.
super overt.
Well, yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch the film again so it reminds me of what the production would be like. But yeah, maybe it's something to think about.
It's a
but
really good musical.
what Legally Blonde?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's great. Music's great. I love it.
Is it? Okay, something to think about. Got a few. We did Mrs. Doubtfire last year, and that was brilliant. Absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant. I think it's finished now. Or he's finished doing it, the guy. Can't remember now, but it was honestly spot on. Like, I was buzzing with that one until he was howling. So she was obviously 7, nearly 8 at the time. And honestly, like, she just got it. And Annie was loving it as well, but all of her clothes pretty much came off in the theatre because she's just that type of kid, isn't she? Like socks, shoes, jacket, jumper, everything was off. Literally, she was just down to like a t-shirt and leggings or whatever she had on.
Of course.
But yeah, it was very good. So I'm really excited for Wicked. But yeah, so that's about it really. I think that's our last conversation for this one. For this podcast,
for this
yeah.
today, yeah.
So I'm gonna try and make sure I get it right this time. So subscribe, subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram or any socials.
Yeah.
And tune in for next week's.
Yeah.
Or next fortnightlies. Whatever it is.
Fortnightly.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.